Life surrounding the Beaches practice is always full of surprises. Tonight at 9 on Carlton, Peak Practice.
We're in pursuit of a girl in possession of a boring boyfriend.
The lack of bubble in her crisps has made her life so flat. She's going out with a stiff.
This is a Royce, ma'am. I have to inform you that Roysters are baked to bubble for a much fuller life.
Royce in progress.
Get out of the car, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go. Remember, you're asking for trouble if your crisps don't bubble.
Oi, Churchill! Could you save me money on car insurance?
Oh, yes.
Just by calling 0800 200 300?
Yes.
OK, can I pay monthly?
Yes.
Get an instant quote?
Yes.
Instant cover?
Of course.
Ah, I suppose I've got loads of forms to fill in.
Oh, no.
And I could still save on my car insurance?
Oh, yes.
Ring Churchill now on 0800 200 300. Give the dog a phone on 0800 200 300.
Hello, do you turn into a monster every month because of premenstrual tension? Has it affected your relationship? Perhaps you're a long-suffering husband or boyfriend. How's your life affected? Or do you think that PMT is a made-up illness and just an excuse for women to behave badly every month? Well, whatever your story or your view, give us a call now, 0891 11 1142, if you'd like to join us.
We profile high flyer Richard Branson at the start of a new series of Millionaires tonight at 7:30.
Good afternoon. The National Farmers Union has called for the slaughter of older cattle in the wake of the BSE beef scare. The union says the government must act immediately to restore confidence in British beef. Government scientists are meeting EU officials in Brussels now to try to get a ban on beef exports overturned.
In Brussels, the government has been preparing its case for British beef. But what facts has it gathered for the Commission?
That information will be of a scientific nature, and that's the purpose of our meeting here today, to talk to the committee about the science behind the information that we've got in the United Kingdom.
The government is also fighting a rearguard action. Within the last hour, the National Farmers Union has demanded the slaughter of Britain's older cows. They argue it's become necessary, as the steps taken so far have failed to restore confidence among consumers and the entire food chain. Faced with shelves of unsold beef, Somerville supermarket today also backed demands for selective slaughter. But the government is refusing to bow to what it says are unscientific demands.
This is a disease that is not passed from one disease to one animal to another within a herd. It's based on what the animals eat, not on the other animals in the herd.
However, the government has to answer the farmers, and this afternoon, Europe. If they don't, British beef will remain banned, and the crisis will continue here at home. Ben Scotchbrook, ITN.
Crime in England and Wales has fallen for the third year in a row. Figures out today show a 2.4% drop. Violent crimes and robberies were up, but the Home Secretary said the overall figures were encouraging.
I think the police deserve to be congratulated on their success. But crime is still far too high, there is much more that needs to be done, and there is not an ounce of complacency in the Home Office.
Nick Park, creator of Wallace and Gromit, said today he'd spent a night on the tiles after picking up a third Oscar. There was also more Oscar success for Emma Thompson.
All the stars were here: Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, John Travolta, Nick Park. He's the one in the sidecar, the creator of Wallace and Gromit, going for his third Oscar.
Forget me. I'm no good for you.
In a Bristol studio, he created a close shave. On the night, it was anything but.
Close shave. Nick Park.
It is his third Oscar win in 4 years.
Got a kitchen cabinet in the studio in Bristol, and this will probably go in there. It's about to fall off the wall in a minute with the weight of Oscars and things.
Emma Thompson was nominated for acting and writing. She adapted Jane Austen's novel Sense and Sensibility for the screen, and her writing beat her acting.
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson now joins a select group of multi-skilled Oscar winners.
Within the past half hour, the Queen has addressed the Polish Parliament in Warsaw. It's the first time a British monarch has addressed Poland's legislators. She's on the second day of her state visit to Poland. Here, the Test and County Cricket Board is meeting at Lord's now to discuss the post of England team manager. Ray Illingworth, chairman of selectors, is reported to have stood down. Northamptonshire's John Embury and Lancashire's David Lloyd are both being tipped for the job. Finally, there's expected to be a huge row over the Health Secretary's comment that it's not cows who are mad, but the people who are refusing to eat beef. We'll have the latest on the BSE beef scare on the early evening news. We'll report too from France on how they are handling their own cases of BSE. Join me for the early evening news, 5:40. Good afternoon, I'm Alistair Stewart. This is London Today. First, the world-famous Petticoat Lane Market is at the centre of a £1.5 million bribery scandal. An auditor's report today highlights a scam in the letting of pitches. Christopher Peacock reports.
Dodgy dealings down Petticoat Lane, claims of backhanders over a pint for a pitch. Not a scene from EastEnders, but life imitating art. Petticoat Lane, a bit of London's trading skirt that's seen better days. And now this 300-year-old street market is at the centre of a £1.5 million bribery and corruption scam. It involves the subletting of dozens of lucrative market pitches worth thousands of pounds a year to the stallholders.
I would just like to know, there was £1 million deficit in the markets fund. Where has it gone? Nobody has said to us, where has it gone?
It's been going on for years, and you can't stop it. Money is very tempting.
The district auditor gives a handbagging to Tower Hamlets Council, accusing it of systematic and rife corruption.
Mismanagement and abuse of systems was rife. Unlawful subletting of pitches by licensed tollholders to others for financial gain was also commonplace.
Now the auditor is demanding that Tower Hamlets Council readjust its accounts to compensate for the £1 million loss to taxpayers. In Petticoat Lane, this is Christopher Peacock for London Today.
Beef traders braced for a backlash against mad cow disease have had their worst fears confirmed. Guildford Market in Surrey is normally packed with cattle for sale, but not today, as Paul Larsman reports.
These pens would normally be heaving with more than 400 head of cattle on a Tuesday morning, but not a single cow came to market today. The truth is that you couldn't sell one for love nor money.
This goes on for very much longer. I mean, farmers and people in any way allied to our industry will be put to the wall. I mean, we've had to lay off casual staff this morning, and there'll be more to follow.
36 kilos, pound 80, pound 82, 82, 84, 84, 86.
In contrast, the sheep market is doing a roaring trade, with prices up as much as 35%. But of course, many farmers have both sorts of animal.
Our lambs, our hoggets have jumped, I suppose, well, I suppose £5 or £6 over the last week, really, so that's helped a little bit. But I mean, I still got a shed full of bulls, which I'd rather like them to be sheep.
It now looks almost certain that Thursday's cattle market here will also be cancelled.
The word here is that beef farmers are getting desperate, and it's the politicians they blame. I'm told plans are afoot for convoys of cattle trucks from all over the country to converge on Whitehall. At Guildford Cattle Market, this is Paul Larsman for London Today.
And Tony Blair has just called for a food summit in the House of Commons to restore confidence. The surgeon who fitted a Londoner with the world's first permanent artificial heart spoke today of his sorrow at his patient's sudden death. 64-year-old Abel Goodman from Wimbledon had made a remarkable recovery, but he died soon after the device was removed when it developed problems.
The doctors and nurses here who looked after him for over 5 months in a very intensive way were all very distressed indeed that he died.
Another 64-year-old man had a similar battery-powered heart inserted last week. The fate of a South London primary school, which was condemned by inspectors, will be decided today. Mostyn Gardens in Brixton was severely criticised, but parents and teachers feel the school has now earned a reprieve. They'll lobby this evening's decisive meeting. And that's it. Join us again for London Tonight at 6:30. Until then, a very good afternoon to you.
Carlton Willows
First Choice Ski Holidays for a fresher outlook.
Hello there again. Well, any remnants of today's rain clear away tonight, and to the east of the region, no problems with temperatures, clearer skies to the west, dipping temperatures and a frost. Here's the summary.
For a detailed forecast, call Weather Update, sponsored by First Choice Holidays on 0891 11 0000.